So, fun fact, I'm actually really good at lying. Like I'm so good. Like I know how to put on a performance. I know how to sell a story and captivate an audience, right? But I absolutely hate doing, like, I hate performative performative speech. I hate performing. I hate not being real. I hate not being honest. So much so that I have allegations of autism. Kind of making its way around town, kind of just in the background of my social circle where people have thoughts. My honesty kind of just takes people aback sometimes, but I just can't keep it in. I can't. I'm not gonna lie, man. If you're my homeboy, please hear me now. Don't ask me to lie for you. I am not the point guard of your situation. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I get real nervous bringing the ball up the court.
lying, it just puts a little split in my soul. And now I have to choose between my values, between telling the truth and, our friendship, and my thought that I need to be loyal to you, right? But it's like I'm actually,
More loyal to the truth.
that's something I hold higher than our friendship is the truth. And it's like it's
It sucks being friends with someone like that. I get it.
because you can't rely on them. You can't hide behind it. You can't hide behind someone who wants to tell the truth. There be times when my homeboys would ask me to lie to their girlfriend about their whereabouts. And it's just like, hey man,
How about I never meet her?
oh, or how about you just get your act together? There's a lot of things we could do to avoid having to lie. Here's the thing, right? I get it. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'm oblivious. I understand the not necessarily the compulsion, but the attraction of a lie, right? I get it. I'm human. But like, hey brother, no homo. Hold my hand and let's get through this together. You know what I'm saying? We gotta stop doing this. We gotta stop doing this because you're corrupting me by involving me in your whatever you got going on, your scandals, your
Why does she have your location like that?
she shouldn't have to call me and ask me about your whereabouts, because now I'm stuck on the phone just sounding like I grew up mute, like I never learned English or I never learned a language. Oh man, it just don't ask me to bring the ball up the court. Just put me in a corner, and when it's time to score, I'll score for the ultimate goal. Not for me, not for you, not to give you an assist.
It's just to move on to the next play. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man.
I really don't like to lie. I can't. I know how to lie. Again, I know how to lie, and you know, don't make me lie, right?
So apparently I got monsters in my closet.
Yeah. Anyways, don't make me lie. There was a time where my homegirl. I remember this one time, my homegirl. We're getting ready. We're getting dressed to go out. Obviously, we're not getting dressed together. You know what I'm saying? Like, anyways, she comes out and she asks me. She's like, "Hey,"
Does this dress make me look fat?
and I hold back. I don't tell the truth, and I say no. I say no. I say no.
Don't say anything more. I'm not.
But I do say no. Does this make me look fat?
No.
But then she made a mistake of not just accepting that, right? Of not just like believing that and like really just running off with that. And you know what I'm saying? That could have been the end of it, but she didn't end it there. She asked me, she said,
Really?
and I had to give in. You know what I'm saying? Like I couldn't hold back at that point. You just asked me if I really mean what I just said. And now I got to consider what I just said. And when I do that, I'm like, no, 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 I lied. She said, really? And I said, no. Actually, the dress has nothing to do with it. And I know, I know. So it wasn't a great night. It's just stupid. It's stupid, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, okay, it'd be like if somebody was taking a picture of me, right? And I, in front of the camera, I was like, hey, does the angle you're taking it from make me look short? It's like, dude, you're 5'8". Like, no matter what angle, you're gonna fight. You're 5'8". It's 5'8". You know what I'm saying? 350 pounds or 350 pounds. You know, not to say that's what my homegirl was, because what do I look like being friends with a whale? Yeah, no, but and so yeah, man, I just don't like to lie, man. And again, I don't want to sound like I'm not aware. I get the short-term benefits of lying, right? You save the day. You save yourself from completely falling apart, or you save yourself from immediate suffering, but you're just denying the inevitable. You know, you're just kind of prolonging the inevitable. You just gotta be honest. And if you make honest mistakes, you know, if you make honest mistakes and like learn from them and like really like it's so simple, right? And but I get the fear and being honest, right? To be vulnerable and to be seen in your inadequacies and the ways in which you fall short and the ways in which you make stupid mistakes. But like one thing for me, that's where comedy comes in. You know what I'm saying? That's where being able to laugh about it comes in, and you could just like ha 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 ha. How silly of me. Honestly, because how silly of you. Like, we make stupid mistakes all the time. Now, the mistakes you make when it's not like a stupid mistake, it's like, oh no, I am consciously choosing myself over everything that depends on me or over everything that has an attachment towards me. And it's like, that's not a stupid mistake. That's um evil. That's real evil. So I feel like if you tell the truth, you can take on the immediate suffering, right? The small suffering that's immediate if you tell the truth, and use that as a stepping stone to build towards a life that frees you of anxiety and of a life that detaches you from reality. I think it's of the case, or it's of the importance that we chase after reality. Because who wants to live a fairy tale? It's comforting, you know. Some people do. Some people don't want to grow up, but now you're working overtime to try to keep that fairy tale alive, and it's like it was never living. You know what I'm saying? Hey, subscribe and like and share and comment. Definitely comment. If you're not gonna do any of those other things, comment. You know, I look, add to the yap, bro. Add to the yap.